KOSS stock, KOSS, just through this huge green flagpole move. This is one of the meme stocks similar to GME. I'm wondering if this move is going to correlate or lead some other meme stocks popping today. Could be an interesting one. Take a look at the market attacking all-time highs. Some other stocks might be getting in trouble. Should be interesting. Like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's go. So KOSS, I'm looking at the KOSS chart. This is one of the meme stocks that's pretty similar to GME. And I just noticed that on like a 1 minute candle, KOSS just threw a monstrous green breakout candle. So that may be an indicator for AMC, which is not breaking out yet. It's consolidating down and doesn't look that pretty. And GME, which is also just kind of consolidating down. And I don't know the downside of this consolidation zone, but it doesn't look so pretty right now for GME. Like, I was looking for a breakout, and now it's sort of the consolidation area is below the 194. But I was wondering if, those charts are always trading similar, if this is going to be a breakout spot for GME. And also the size of the breakout on KOSS was above the consolidation over here. So I mean, a similar breakout on GME would be like to here, and then I think pulled back pretty hard, but that might happen on GME. And yeah, we'll see if the meme stocks can kind of pick up. There's a couple of lines that got action that it could trip up on if it's trying to really take off. And I think there's a bit of a down channel from the top around here, or it says 260, and then we have the upper neckline at 333, which would be the upside target for like a real takeoff. Anyway, that's GME. I've been watching Tesla. Tesla, there's a down here. Let me go out to like an hour on Tesla. We have this down resistance line here on Tesla, which has been knocking it down repeatedly. So Tesla's in kind of a touchy area here. And also Tesla loves the 700. So I was watching it really closely to see if it was going to get up to the 7, because I was going to short it real hard at 7. But it looks like it might get trapped underneath this downtrend line again and maybe fall. So I'm looking at maybe some Tesla shorts here. Ark has a similar shape to it, not quite as well defined, but Ark definitely didn't try to make it up to this neckline. It just like rejected straight out of here. So those charts trade relatively similar. I think Tesla's probably in trouble for today, for the next couple of days possibly. Meanwhile, S&P is definitely breaking out to all-time highs right now, and it's eyeing this channel up here, which is in 40, 50, some kind of area. We have like this broadening wedge here, and maybe we can stop the channel. Maybe we can try to get to the top of the wedge. But these broadening wedges, they're like a volatile. It's like an 80% turnover chance or something like that at the end of the wedge. It's short-term bullish because you have an uphill resistance line that you're going up to, but these usually turn over and actually fall out of the bottom bearish. So something like maybe, that would be crazy if we got like all the way up in here, but you usually break it and back test it, and this could be a crazy week, or well, today is the end of the week because it's markets closed for Good Friday, but like today could be crazy bullish and next week could be super bearish, potentially, if that kind of pattern plays out. Alright, and the DXY is having a bad day, so that's good for the S&P. And we'll have to see if the dollar is gonna, the dollar just bulled crazy strong, so if it comes back down to support, that will be bullish the whole time it's coming down, but then, it can then it can take off again. Or it could just keep bulling. It's been pretty strong. So if you look at the dollar versus the yen, you can see it's like even crazier bullish. And this doesn't look bearish, it just looks like a flag. So the yen chart I've been looking at a lot because it's just like leading the dollar. You know, treasuries are the same thing bad. People have been talking about treasury yields going up, and they have been. And it's kind of slowing down a little bit, but it looks like, you know, treasuries are still threatening the market. The dollar is threatening the market. And this is an interesting one. The VIX on this up move is falling down to where it's filling these. If you go back out this to the daily chart here, we have this gap here from the COVID crash on the VIX where we just jumped up into high volatility zone, and now we're trying to throw a dart down and close this gap. And so that's, well, it's not really bullish or bearish. Like sometimes closing a gap can be a reversal, and that would be bearish if we got back up into fear area. But you can see the whole thing is trending down to I'm not scared zone, and now we're closing the gap. So if it doesn't do a sharp reversal back into fear area up here, so it's something to watch like right now over the next week or two if this thing closes it and then jumps. But otherwise, if it closes it and does anything else, like that's going to be a risk on low fear environment that's really good for the stock market. So, and the VIX isn't a great indicator, but you can kind of tell what's going on from looking at it. And this is the VVIX, which is just like the volatility of the VIX itself. And so the VVIX sometimes will lead a VIX move forward, and it's doing that now. Like it's saying that the VIX wants to go down, and it is. Oh, I was looking at oil. So the oil VIX is doing something different. Oil is looking more scary. It's like trending up and breaking out. Stupid oil chart. It's ridiculous. Let me look on an hourly. So oil's broken down off its bull trend line. It's got this resistance area. And so I've been trying to find a good spot to short oil, and I just finally got some oil shorts today here when we were hitting both of these resistance lines. And we're getting big red volume, so I think oil is pretty weak and scary. The strong dollar usually is really bad for oil. So we have a big long-term consolidation zone down here. We have this kind of flagging area here. So it's a medium resistance area and a really strong channel that we just broke out of here. So getting down to the top of the channel wouldn't surprise me. Breaking back into the channel would be really weak. It would be really, really bearish if we broke into the channel down here. But I do think oil is going to make a down move now, and I expect the dollar to stay strong. It's more of a longer term outlook that I think oil is going to pull back. If I go out to, let's go to like dailies or something. Let's go to weeklies. Yeah, so oil since like the 2008 crap, stupid. That's so dumb. Alright. Yeah, since the 2008 crash, oil has been trading in this down channel, and every time that we get around the top of the down channel is when we have a really strong dollar reversal, and the strong dollar just knocks oil down. And right now we're getting a strong dollar, and so I wouldn't be surprised for oil to get knocked down, maybe even into the channel. I don't know about getting knocked down like across the channel, but you can see these strong dollar reversals knock oil down all the time. Like this downtrend line is basically the dollar. It's like the strong dollar line. Like when the dollar gets strong, oil just falls, like over and over. And we may be coming to the end of that pattern now, because we have some long-term support coming in, and we did a huge bounce and kind of a pretty good-looking breakout. But I think this strong dollar is going to pull us back. Short and intermediate term, longer term, I don't know. Like if we get in between the support and resistance, I could see oil around 23 bucks a bunch of years from now, 7 years from now. Like this may be a target for oil, that makes sense. But anyway, just like this week, this next month or two, I'm just kind of bearish out on oil just because of the strong dollar, and it's just up here in a weird spot. So just, yeah, whatever. That's oil. What else is going on? Let's check on GME, see if it's doing anything interesting. Not really. Just kind of sitting in here. And then the KOSS chart. So yeah, so KOSS did throw a huge candle that's doing like a bully flag thing. So this should be, that should be a bullish indicator for all those meme stocks. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if they play out. KOSS is pretty cool. It's the most volatile of all the meme stocks, I think, but there's no options trading on it. So less interesting for, like, you know, like an options contract, because the weekly contracts expire today because it's Good Friday tomorrow. The markets are closed. So anyway, that was the check-in. Just want to see if we can get a pop on some meme stocks like AMC, GME to follow that KOSS flag. That was what this video was about. Yeah, so yeah, I still have a lot of bearish outlooks. Like Tesla's at big resistance, Ark's big resistance, S&P is just trying. I don't know if it can get up here or not, but there's a lot of down pressure happening. And so, not trading advice, as always. Please, whatever, like button, all that stuff. Alright, cheers, happy trading.